order at 1,803 hours. What I got? Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Pony up. No garbling your words.
Newt? Esther?
No, thank you.
James? Snacks?
You ever worn your hair out a little bit? I like that one.
Yeah, you know, it's,
Winter?
I'm gonna grow it all out until the, I'm preparing for Lent.
I'm just gonna.
I wonder how to spell that. No idea. I get lint in my belly button.
Lent.
Oh,
You're very religious.
he is.
I always feel guilty after I know.
Chris, entertain motion. Approve minute.
Approve the minutes of the December 6th meeting. Motion?
Second.
Aye.
Aye. Bam. No whispering.
She just said she enjoys it.
I bet she does.
I don't believe we have any representatives today.
I don't know, Matt? Nothing?
Nothing.
He doesn't even exist.
Not,
He
even,
actually
not
doesn't
even
even
here.
live in Raynham, I don't think so technically.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't.
You don't?
No?
No.
He could be a representative for cable, Raynham Cable Channel,
Right.
perhaps.
Oh, yeah, still nothing. Still, yeah. Still change.
All right, whole business? You got any?
No,
Of course you
I don't have a whole lot new to report. In old business, the only thing is that now that it's a new year, I need to start figuring out any bids that I need to get for upcoming projects, including the basketball courts and the potential dog walking area. Because it's gonna take some time to get that stuff done, so I'm gonna kind of start working on it now, but that's pretty much what I was thinking about is in terms of old business. Do you guys have any other old business?
None.
No. Sorry,
Is that,
it's a holiday season.
I know it is.
Basketball start?
Yes. Saturday's the first game, first set of games.
Trade your son yet?
I've not traded my son, however, today he tried to knock the ball out of my hands while I was talking, which I do not appreciate.
Oh,
Just
did
wait
you
until
bench
he
him?
burps while you're trying to give a team.
And I said, if you do that again, you will sit the remainder of the practice. And he said, I didn't expect that to happen. I'm like,
You should
what?
have sat him right then and there and then made him pick up a
Well, you gotta give him an out.
Well,
No.
he said he lightly, gently tapped the ball, and he didn't think it would come flying out of my arms, is what he didn't think would happen. So I was like, well, it did, so you are warned.
Give him a warning.
running low here.
And then Heather
Yeah,
said something
yeah.
like,
That's the problem with society today, they always want.
Yeah, you're right. I apologize.
and Heather said, this is what guy you traded last year. And he was like, so yeah, he's still on my team for now.
All right.
But yeah, we're kicking off the season Saturday. Hopefully we won't get too many snow days. We're on a tight.
Gym space issue.
Oh, and gym space issues. Nope, we pretty much ironed all that stuff out in the last couple of weeks.
Nice.
We had a few at the beginning, but nothing that wasn't workable.
That it?
I think so, unless you guys have anything.
Nothing.
I mean, I talked to Nora about possibly locking the gate over by the men's softball field on Borden Colony. Because we're still having some issues with people walking dogs and dumping trash and parking there that shouldn't be. So I was thinking, in the past, sometimes we lock it during the winter months because we don't really have anything scheduled there. But his concern was if you locked it there, people would move over to the other areas. So he said, why don't we lock it overnight? And open it in the morning, so we might do that.
How's Dawn doing? Good?
Yeah, so far,
Everything working out?
yep, so far so good.
Did he get replacement staff for himself, or?
Not yet. I think they're holding off a little bit on that, but I'm sort of like
Yeah.
nudging it along, because I want to make sure that he does get a guy.
I can't see why he doesn't.
No, he should, but the sooner the better,
Yeah.
because they're gonna be working on equipment. And that's usually what they do this time of year.
Mhm.
And we did some, the miller came and cut back all the farmland for me. He did it the week before Christmas, so that's, everything's cut back over at Gordon Colony. We actually started cutting back the wood line too, on the far side of Tony's field,
Mm-hmm.
because it's creeped in about 15 feet probably. So, I hired him hourly to take all that small brush out. And then the plan is, once it's taken down, we can just mow it, so it doesn't go back up again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna chip away at that.
Excellent. Permits?
I have the new permits.
James?
Gracias.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Which are already online. So, anybody that needs to put permit in. I did talk to the guys that, ran the powwow last year, they're interested in re-upping this year. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I told them that the new permits weren't available yet, but they would be after the first of the year.
I'm going.
So, it looks like they're interested in coming back,
Smoking peace and pipe.
which I don't think we had any huge problems with that.
You go as Cal.
I mean, it was a little longer than I anticipated. But, aside from that, they left the place spotless.
I mean, I think that this is a wonderful job, but maybe, and I'm sure it's not that difficult to do, but maybe it's something we can think of, if not for this 2017 permit, but for next year, to make sure, because of question 4, that we need to put something in there to remind people that smoking marijuana in public places is unlawful.
We do have some text in here that says,
I
it
know there's
does say
there
something about
open
alcohol.
containers, yeah, but I know there'll be, yeah, control, well, actually,
It
it is
says-
in here, it is in here.
Where is
Controlled substances on page 3.
Beverages and.
Under rules and regulations in,
But
item
here's
number
a
2.
question that I have, it's not a controlled substance, it won't be a controlled substance, will it?
It's controlled, alcohol's controlled.
So that kind of covers everything.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, that covers it. That should be fine.
And they're talking about another year anyway, right?
It doesn't matter, as of,
Didn't they postpone it 6 months?
just certain, just,
The
they're setting up
language.
the rules and regulations regarding distribution centers of grows and stuff like that, but as of today, over 21, you can possess and use and everything else.
You just can't grow it at your house yet?
No,
No, you
can't.
can't, yeah. Or up to 6 plants per adult, but maximum of 12. It's very ridiculous.
What about travel, like in a vehicle?
You can have, you can carry up to an ounce, I think. Carry up to an ounce. You can share up to an ounce. But you can't have it in an open container, like if this was full of marijuana. You can't have this in your vehicle when it's open like that, because it would be like an open beer can.
Yeah, but I mean,
It was a civil fraction, civil
Or you
infraction.
can't have it lit in your,
Oh, there's no token and driving. No, it's all.
Right.
I mean, it's just, if you look at it, if you put your eyes on it, and if you look at a bag of marijuana and you compare it to an open can of beer, it's pretty much the same thing. With the exception of you can't be arrested for simple possession of under an ounce of marijuana as opposed as to, if you're under 21, If you're under 21 with marijuana, you just receive a civil citation, but with alcohol, you could be arrested. Yeah.
Bad things. I
Welcome to tax.
see. I see bad things. You know, I talked to, they're telling me, they remember when they lowered the drinking age, and they said it was a nightmare. They lowered to like 18.
Yeah, it was 18 and then it was
Yeah.
21 and then I had 18 for
Can I have some of your
No.
marijuana?
No, it's done.
Is that Thai? Thai six?
This is it, that's no more for you, okay?
No, I
You're
can
gonna
have
do
as many
something.
as I want.
I think you only have like one.
I don't get to have stuff up. I had to come to this meeting.
What's up when you go home, when you make it?
We're going to have a sandwich, bologna sandwich. All right, I
Spam,
don't,
I get a can of spam if you're interested.
I love spam.
that's so wrong.
Talking about that the other night, the kids.
Have
Going
you
up
ever
on
made them eat
spam
it?
and Underwood ham. And the only thing we wouldn't eat was chunk like tuna.
Oh, I like chocolate too.
Well, how can you like, that's like cat
It's
food.
Mayo and mayonnaise.
Yeah, but it's cat
It's,
food.
it's too,
It's,
yeah,
it's,
Very gamey.
yeah.
yeah. It's all the dark meat. Spend a little money. All right.
Very gamey, it's great.
All right, so these are up on the internet already.
All right,
Excellent.
move on.
Moving
Moving
on.
on.
Nice
Mr.
segue.
Shaw, do you have a report?
Negative. It's been the quiet month and with all the holidays and all going on, nothing happening.
The school board on Benton Court, I don't know if you noticed, it looked like one of the signs. Have you been by there lately?
No.
Driving by the other day, and you can see the Yukon sign,
Mhm.
and then the other sign, I can't even remember who the sponsor was.
Yeah, South Coast.
But it looks like, I don't know, if the wind or whatever, something happened, like it's bent back, and I don't know, is the Raynham Giants responsible to repair that, or is that something, highway or?
I can have the guys look at it.
At least look at it, I mean, if it's something that's gonna be
I mean,
costly.
if it's a sign, the guy probably had, they probably had those made specifically for that.
Right, but I don't know if it's just a cane, because I'm assuming they just, like on a bracket, but
It might
something,
just have
it just needs to be
attached.
yeah, but,
I'll have the guys take a look
It's not
at
gonna
it.
survive a hurricane.
no,
No.
It's
but,
going down.
right.
Hopefully the rest of it, well, is,
I think the main scoreboard's all
it's
set.
like a-
The other ones are all
it
spread.
has to be wind certified, they're like 150 mile an hour.
Yeah.
winds. I hope they looked into that,
I
if
think
I
they went,
purchased
I
that.
think they went with the aluminum instead of the steel.
Like my little shade structure, it'll stand up to 100 and,
So they say.
piece of paper I have says
Yeah.
that, certified. The
I'm
stamp.
sorry, we are no longer in business.
All right, sign at Bettencourt needs repair.
Yeah, look, I just went by, coming home from work, and I'm like, I was halfway by, and I'm like, I can't see the other sign, it looked like it was bent back.
Probably. We have a lot of problems with over there. Like, we've had a couple of those light fixtures come down in the winter.
If they didn't cut that tree down, it could have protected that sign.
That might have been what it was.
I don't think they cut the whole thing, they just trimmed it back.
I think they took one tree.
One
I
tree
think
and
there was
some
two,
trimming.
there was like a tree on the left,
Oh,
left
you're
field
right, there
side,
was
a nice
one.
big tree, and like a little bit of a smaller tree that was,
Okay, you're right, we can take one of them. All right.
trees down.
Oh, yeah.
Protection, remember? We'll call it correction.
That's David. We're moving on, Chris.
Okay.
We're on to item number 6, staff reports. That's Dave, you got anything?
Very briefly,
Yeah.
along with the annual report, I need to annually submit to the town clerk a list of the current commissioners and when their terms end. And in compiling that, I discovered something kind of interesting. Traditionally, the outgoing or the commissioner who is up for reelection is the chair just prior to the election.
We made a switch
And
there.
in looking back, it was Jim who nominated you when it should have been Jim who
Right.
took the position. You did that?
Well, we made it, didn't we switch up or something?
Wasn't it? in the
No,
minutes?
wait a minute.
This is between Jim and Jim, not Jim
No,
versus-
hold on.
No, I thought for some
But
reason.
Jim came in the middle of a term because
Right.
he replaced,
Jim Brown.
no,
Who came
didn't
in
Jim
first?
Sullivan come in the middle of a term? Or was it Joe Doyle?
No, I think
Joe.
Jim came, oh boy, maybe they both did. Yeah, because you
Well-
know, there were, two of them left like in the
Right,
middle of their term, both of them did.
right. So we had to have,
Yeah.
so their terms might be messed up partly because of that. I don't know if that's what caused the problem, but.
But it's, that's just,
But why do I remember, for some reason, there was, we made a,
that's just a traditional thing, it's not
Right.
something that we have to
can't
follow. We
remember,
all
I
share
thought
the apple.
we made, or we, like, mixed up the rotation for a reason or something.
Probably because somebody started in the middle of the term.
Yeah, because then they would have been up when they really had only been
Yeah,
there.
for 6 months.
I'm just wondering if
You
that's
you
screwed
don't
the
put somebody
whole.
that just walks in the door of the chairman for 6
Cycle.
months and then, you know, so that's probably what happened.
Yeah, it might have been when I came on, I was the last one to come on.
So according to your calculations,
So if I was the last one
who
to come
should
on.
be the chair now? Sullivan?
Yeah,
Jim?
Jim, what do you
because he's
think?
been here for a while. He has served as chair before.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, but he's sick tonight, so.
We could just make him chair while he's.
I make a motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Done.
I have to say all in favor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All in favor?
He's only the chair
Aye.
like 4 more minutes.
What?
Yeah.
You just keep it up.
Oh, I don't want to give it up, because I like this chair.
Well, you gotta make up your mind, because then you're gonna have to do a motion.
Too late,
behind you
motion,
last minute.
motion was made, motion was heard, motion was voted upon.
And you call for a vote.
Yes, it's
You're
done.
right, You're right.
You
just
I'm
voted
keeping-
yourself out.
I'm keeping this chair.
Put your cap. The chair gets a chair. It's in the rules, Robert's rules.
Chair gets,
Chairperson gets the biggest
or
chair.
they get to pick the chair they
I
want.
wonder how Jim's doing with his signage.
I don't think he has to worry about that till about April, right? Mark?
Yeah, Billy Bird catches the one.
He needs to get ahead of it.
All right.
Men, was this vote tongue in cheek or do you want to enter it into?
No, what tongue in cheek.
minutes? Okay.
Yeah, you can finish.
I'm not
the
giving
rest
him
of it.
this gavel.
Midterm like this.
Midterm.
Midterm,
Yeah, it's not
that's
company
freaky.
half, it's
He
not,
needs
it
to earn
was
that.
really, right, it was just a tradition.
No. I
I
know, you
thought
really
you
like
feel
it.
sucker.
You can
You
probably
got
put
it.
any.
No,
You are just
Got
loving
a
it.
gavel at home. Chases Heather around with it.
No.
I'm the chairman,
As long as he brings it back the next meeting, I don't care what he does with it.
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
All right, SJ, very good report. Now, for the next hour, we will hear
Oh.
Liz's report.
The sarcasm. I'm really gonna miss you being the chair.
I'm the chair. That
I'm
was
just
tongue
saying.
in cheek, it's in the minutes.
I'm just saying, I have to put up this, like, what, 4 more months and then. Let's see, I do have a couple things, as a matter of fact.
Excellent.
I had a light agenda, but I do have a few things in my
I
report.
like the way you do it with the little box.
You like
Check them
that?
off.
That's like a box
Nice.
thing.
Yeah.
So, first is that we will be doing our relicensing for our morning program at Merrill School.
That sounds like fun.
It is. I love going for relicensing. So, we currently are in full capacity there, so we're kind of, Andrew and I are kind of working on all the paperwork to get that taken care of. But last meeting that I went to, they were talking about they're changing the way they're gonna be doing licensing. So last time they were a little foggy about how they were gonna do it, so I think in the future, because the license is good for 2 years. And for some reason, they won't do both of ours at the same time, so I actually am relicensing every year. one program or the other, because they're on opposite.
Yeah.
So, but they said they were gonna change it so that they're gonna have, unannounced, well, basically, instead of doing a license, so currently I have to turn in all our paperwork, make sure it's in line, and send them a check. And make sure I send them a check, because if I don't send them a check, they can't come and check my program to see if it's running legitimately.
Oh, look, we need to check on this person that wrote this check.
Right. So once they, so you submit that paperwork 30 days in advance, and then they call you and they schedule like what they call like a licensing study, where they come out and they do an observation and they go through all your paperwork on site, because certain things you have to have on site, certain things you have to submit in advance. So from what I understand is they're gonna be giving all the licensors like not laptops or tablets, and they're gonna be doing visits on like whenever they want. So the only thing that they weren't sure about was how they were gonna do like the actual licensing renewal. So my guess is that you're still gonna have to send in certain documents and a check at a whatever date that your license, prior to your license expiring, but then yearly they're gonna make visits and they're gonna be pretty much unannounced visits.
Like an audit type thing?
Kind of, they're just gonna show up for all their different, so each licensor has so many centers that they're in charge of. So there was talk about that starting this year. I don't know how far along that they've come so far, because I haven't seen our licensor, but that doesn't mean that I won't. But we're scheduled, our license is up in like the first week of February, second week of February. So we're just submitting the initial paperwork now. So I'll probably have more information then, but, I mean, I think it's probably a good thing to do it that way. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No.
You know, it's just one of those things where they've always done things a certain way for the last however many years. So it's probably gonna be a little bit of, the switch is probably gonna take a little time to pull it off and figure out exactly how they're gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna, how it's gonna impact their staff, because they've been behind for the last few years in terms of not having enough licensors to come out to actually do the visits, the licensing studies. So it'll be interesting. It's kind of doubling their workload a little bit, so we'll see.
Did you say it's Merrill is up for?
Merrill is up.
Okay.
So currently we're just running the before there, but our license would allow us to do either or, but we just have kept our other program at the low level, so that's just I would like to do both before and after at Merrill, but we would have to, I mean, it's good to have it the before there in the afternoon, we're busing the kids, but we have so many kids that need care now that we almost can't bus any more kids than we are busing.
Really?
We started out with like a very few, maybe like 10 or 15 kids for Merrill that fluctuated, and we have 26 in a wait list in the afternoon right now. So we can't fit more kids than that on the bus, because they load the way it works is the bus picks up at Merrill, whatever Merrill kids are, and then it goes to La Liberty and picks up the rest of the route. So we have to get on a bus that doesn't have that many kids, even though we're only going 150 yards or whatever it is. So like we're at max capacity on the bus side of that anyway, but if we did the after school at Merrill, we wouldn't have to worry about that, because the cafeteria could hold, it's like a square footage thing, so we would have plenty of room. But it would require us to get another site coordinator and additional staff, so pros and cons.
Well, payroll went up, right?
Yes, and then we just had to increase everybody by $1 again. So,
Well, you already prepped for that, and that's already done. Yeah.
yes, I budgeted for it, but it's still got really expensive, and we have to do the same thing for the basketball, the folks that are working basketball too.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically just bumped everybody $1 because it was like a 10%. It was minimum wage was 10, and now it's 11.
Yeah.
So we just did 10%
10%.
across the board. So, anyway, so we're preparing for that. That should go smooth. I don't anticipate any problems with that. We got a pretty good space over there.
In retrospect, I was making $10 an hour in 1986 at UPS,
Which was a good salary.
which was awful.
Well, you know, I wonder, because in our industry right now in
28.
childcare, we're having, across the board, people are having problems filling positions, and I wonder how much the increase in minimum wage has impacted them.
I could see an argument, but it doesn't, I don't think it's gonna, 10%'s a lot, so.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is you can bag groceries for
Yeah,
$11 an
$11
hour right now.
Yeah.
Or you can watch 30 kids. So, it seems that it's getting, the competition for the employees is getting,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
changing things a little bit, and we were always able to pay a little bit higher to attract, you know,
Yeah.
employees, but now with minimum wage going up, we can't really raise
Right.
it too
Can't
much more
stay
than that.
low.
Well, right, without charging the parents more.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of an interesting thing, because I did get an email today from the Department of Early Education and Care saying that in their regional meetings, they're hearing that staffing and supervision are a problem across the board, across the state. And one of the things they were looking at was looking at, like, you know, hiring high school students from the low tech schools. But the problem with that is they can't work until 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 2:30, which doesn't help you if you're running a daycare necessarily, especially for the preschool program. So at least the state's recognizing that this is kind of
Issue.
an issue that's occurring. So anyway. So that's going on, and I did hear that, I don't know if you guys heard anything about this, but I think that the school district has a new building superintendent. I haven't talked to Derek yet, but
What do you mean?
I think
Oh,
Al Barron's.
oh, Al Bell,
I
oh,
think
a
he
replacement to
reti- I
Al.
think
Yeah.
he retired.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I haven't met the new person yet, but I'm gonna try to reach out to Derek and
Just
find
talking
out.
to someone about that, so.
Huh.
I figured you would have known, Chris.
You know what, I don't think I've met the man.
I think it was I think it was something that occurred recently.
Okay.
Cause we were gonna meet a month and a half ago about the building and grounds arrangement. And then we weren't able to get our schedules on the same.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was talking to Bjorn and Tufsy.
Yeah,
That's
so,
how I found out.
so anyway, I'll reach out to Derek and see if I can at least get some information, contact information, because they also run our, we're required to have a pest management program at the schools for the
Yep.
before and after school care program, so hopefully all that stuff's been updated, because Al always did that, and we need that in place for the inspection. Since it's their building, we don't do the pest management plan, it's up to the school district to do that. So anyway, that's all I have.
All right.
She's under time. Maybe she can tell
Why,
us
did
about
you guys
it.
have-
Quickly, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Did you guys have a wager on how long?
No, Jim said he had an hour.
What?
Didn't you say that she was gonna talk for an hour?
Oh, just
Oh,
on
you being
staff
sarcastic?
reports.
Oh,
was being
yeah, I
sarcastic.
saw like 40 minutes.
Tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek.
All that tongue in cheek.
I was glad,
Oh, okay. That's not improving the speech impediment.
no, it isn't.
The Twizzlers really didn't either, I don't like that tremendous.
I like Twizzlers. All right.
We do.
We have to adjourn to executive session to discuss contracts. Is that
Yes.
appropriate? So we need to
We have to
Adjourn.
adjourn
The meeting.
the
adjourn
regular
this
meeting.
meeting and call executive session to order.
And then we have to go back into regular
And we have
meeting
to
to
go back in the
adjourn,
meeting to adjourn.
regular meeting.
Makes these rules.
I know.
Robert. You want the time?
It
Jim's time.
is 6:33, 1,833 minutes.
Nobody will enjoy it.